How I explained a trinity to a Muslim.
How I explain the Trinity to a Muslim. First, I would start with the book of Genesis. Genesis begins with God as the creator. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, but it also intimates all three persons of the Holy Trinity. We read that the Spirit of God was moving over the face of the water, Holy Spirit. And as we move into passage from wisdom, we know Jesus as the Word that spoke creation into existence. Let there be light. So there, even in the Old Testament, and at the beginning of all things, we have a hint of the Trinity. Then I would ask him, what was God doing before creation? We agree with Muslims that God is Lord and Creator, theistic God, but He's not Lord without subjects, nor is He a Creator without creatures or creation. So what was He before creation? I actually once heard about a Muslim who responded that at this point, God was nothing. He was then pressed on what God was doing. Again, he responded, nothing. Really? In Islam, one of the 99 names of Allah, God, is loving. But what or whom was He loving before creation? A Muslim may respond with, He loved Himself. But loving yourself isn't really love, at least not in the full sense. If God is eternal and eternally loving, then God must have loved another person, an eternal person. And that eternal person receives that love and then responds to it with love. An exchange of love is so. Number 3, I'd ask them whether God needs us. They may say yes. There are some Muslims who believe that God actually needs us to worship Him. But isn't God self-sufficient through all of eternity? To say that God needs us actually diminishes His self-sufficiency, something no devout Muslim wants to say. God existing and loving as a Trinity doesn't need us because He's already in family of love. 3 persons, each fully possessing the one divine nature, co-equal and co-eternal. Doesn't this make our existence all more wonderful? God didn't need us, but He freely chose to create us as His children to freely love Him back. All of this simply because of His overflowing love that comes from the fellowship of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. You're welcome. God bless you all.